This is the wildest, this is the craziest, this is the most insane story of the year, and I don't think anybody saw it coming. Yeah, I think it's great that this guy lost 256 pounds since the last time we saw him. That's insane. But what's even crazier is he kept it secret the entire time. Everybody could tell that Nikocado Avocado was just playing a character the whole time. You know, he got fat for the internet. He got fat for the fame. Meanwhile, he was down there being like a super villain, watching all the ants, as he calls them, run around like mindless little twerps, you know? Literally everybody made videos about Nikocado Avocado. They were virtue signaling and concern trolling, just pretending that they actually cared about what was going on with him, when it was really clear that he was just playing a character. Was it a dangerous character? Absolutely, yeah, for sure, 100%. But the people that came on being like, oh, we really worry about Nikocado Avocado's health, his breathing apparatus, all of his unhealthy food things, all of his unhealthy relationships, all of his fucking bickering back and forth with Ethan, with Charlie. It's just so unhealthy for the world. Yeah, alright. Or he was just making content. And he was just making content the way that you get when you get like really super content brained, but also have your finger on the pulse of what people are actually clicking on and what they're actually interested in. Nikocado Avocado is a content genius on top of being just like a crazy maniacal human being. And people do forget that this guy, Nikocado Avocado, is like a virtuoso violinist. This guy is talented up the ass, and this is what he chose to do with his creative brain. This is what he chose to do with his creative genius. If you're not familiar with Nikocado Avocado, well, that's crazy. He got real fat, like super fat. You see this guy over here, right? Super duper, super gigantic, pyrocynical commission style fat, okay? That's how big this guy got. That's how big this guy got. That's how big this guy got, okay? He didn't do it silently. He did it very traumatically. He did it very dramatically. He did it with lots of tears, with shirts that were too small for him, and just obviously hamming it up to the 10th. And the people that were concerned about him were like, oh, how could you throw away your vegan lifestyle and your virtuoso violin playing? So what do you mean throw that away? There isn't a lot of money in violining out there. I don't know if like violining is the industry you think it is. I know music is a big industry and you can find your way through it, but when you have a genius content brain like this, I think that actually trumps your talent for being a virtuoso violinist or whatever. Now, I can't watch Nikocado Avocado. I do not follow him. I will not follow him. I can't support the antics, okay? But I can appreciate them and kind of tip of the cap milady to him, you know? So I've been yapping for a bit. What's the story? Nikocado Avocado, mukbang genius, got really, really fat, and then he has 2 channels. 7 months ago was the last time we saw him, and he was a big fat guy just being huge and fat, right? But apparently he had like a whole bunch of videos on backlog. Everything that we saw that was newer than 2 years ago was pre-recorded. This guy had it all planned out. And I think keeping it secret is the actual story here. There weren't even rumors about Nikocado getting skinny in the shadows, you know? And people would have loved to have had those rumors. Oh, you know that Nikocado is actually getting skinny? Yeah, that character that he was playing was very much a character, so much so that he's actually a skinny person. And when your genetics are that of a skinny person, all you need to do to get back to that baseline is live an active, balanced life. So he did that patiently for 2 years, and now he hit us with this like monologue where he comes onto the internet with his panda head. You see it moving along down here. I'm not gonna play any clips or anything. This is the sloppiest slop channel going, okay? Well, that's his video playing down there silently, but he's just going on about how he fooled everybody. He was watching all the little ants. Then he takes off the panda helmet or whatever, and he's a skinny boy, and he's being really evil. And it seems like his main channel, he's like the evil villain kind of guy. And on the second channel that he has, he seems to be hey guys, welcome to the channel. Thank you so much for subscribing. It really means a lot to me. I do think it's kind of brilliant how this guy approaches the internet. But I do have to say, I'm not 100% on board with the style of content that he's choosing to do, which is the mukbang style of content. I don't agree with this kind of content, okay? I'm not going to get into a whole bunch of like moral grandstanding or whatever, because it's not really a moral thing. It's just like I find it gross. I don't know, dude. But if you can see the thumbnail here, yeah, sure, he's skinny, but he's sitting down in front of a big plate of food. He's still doing mukbang content on his main channel, on his second channel. One in character, one out of character. But really, they're both in character. People are just too fucking stupid to see that it's all the same character. I wonder how Oompaville is doing right now. I wonder what Oompaville has to say about the Nikocado Avocado situation. Oompaville, are you watching this, buddy? What do you gotta say about your boy over here? You did a whole documentary on him, right? Anyway, Nikocado Avocado is skinny. I never thought that that would be a goddamn thing that I would be saying out of my mouth. And yep, these are all the videos people are making about it. Everybody's talking about the Nikocado Avocado skinny situation. And these thumbnails are absolutely brutal. Someone's going to come along that actually follows a single thumbnail meta. They're going to name it correctly and it's going to take off because this is such a topic. Look at all this. And this comes out the day after Sunny V2 put out a video about Nikocado's latest video, and it's Nikocado crying and being like, oh, I'm so fat, people hate me, nobody likes me, I gotta run away. Just brilliant character work, because then the next day he got skinny. Bro, there literally was a video about him being a fat, disgusting, unlikable oaf yesterday, and today everyone's talking about how skinny he is. Brilliant, so smart, genius level actually. There's a lot we can learn out of this marketing strategy. Should anyone go ahead and do this? No, I would not suggest that. That is insane. This is as extreme as you could go with it. Because yeah, committing to a character is one kind of talent, but to balloon yourself like that in service of that character, in service of entertainment, is brilliant. I have nothing but respect for that. That is not. I really do wish it wasn't mukbang content that he did, but it really feeds in, pun intended, to the commitment of getting that fat. So it all works. I'm so fat I can't get through this door. Ugh. The dude knew what he was doing, all right? 100%. And then that little shuffle that he does towards the camera, he's jiggling, bro. He's jiggling for the sake of the jiggle. Anyway, man, I'm stoked for him. He's like skinny and healthy, eating noodles and stuff. I hope it doesn't happen again, though, because if it happens again, then it's not as impressive. Then it's just like, oh, this is your cycle. This is your trauma, just like going over and over again. But right now, looking pretty sick, looking pretty awesome. Don't get fat again. Okay, I'm going. That was fun. Bye for now.